Okay, so I've just zoned in and we should have no bounties there. Oh, there's Fed and Alliance, but no local bounties or empires. And we've got a Python here attacking someone, so there's a good chance it'll be a decent spawn. We'll see how we go. So first thing I'm going to do, get my scan out of the way, fire group, target power plant, Leo,
Yes, Commander.
target power plant,
Locking on. Fire when ready.
offense, fire group.
Next fire group.
Okay, so I'm going to get really close and get right up next to him. I want to stay within 300 to 600, try and maximise the effectiveness of my laser. And start looking for my next target. Fire group. Ooh. Fire group. Fire group.
Next fire group.
Jesus, Leo. Okay, so gotta be careful about that. I always want to switch my fire group to my scanner, so I always keep my scanner on a different group so I don't accidentally shoot something before it's wanted. Target power plant.
Locking on. Fire when ready.
Fire group.
Next fire group.
And you can see it's pretty quick. I mean, these guys obviously didn't have shields, but it's pretty quick if you're really close. And I think, to be honest, at the end of the day, that's all it is. It's just getting a good spawn and just being efficient and quick in the kills. So a big part of that, fire group. Leo, fire group.
Yes, Commander. Next fire group.
Big part of that is finding your targets quickly. So once I've taken out any local targets, okay, so there's a jet stream behind that. That's a copper. So that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a jet stream. I'm looking for fireworks to show someone having a biffo somewhere. I'm looking at the coppers, if there is any, to see if they're heading in any particular direction, which they're currently heading over here, so I'll head that way. And I'm looking for, see on my radar there, I've got one that doesn't have his weapons out and he's kind of up above everyone else. I'm looking for that, because that suggests someone coming in trying to be unthreatening in deep space. And it looks like a Python Clipper wing. Interesting. Alright. Target power plant.
Locking on. Fire when ready.
I'm going to try and, before I engage, I'm going to try and get close and behind him so I can take him down effectively. Fire group.
Next fire group.
I'm going to have a little break in my shooting just to recharge my capacitor. I'm better off just having a little pause in the middle and getting a bit of power back, because it comes back faster at higher levels than I am running completely dry. Though it's still pretty effective when it is dry, but with 4 pips, but nothing compared to the other level. Where's my Python gone? There he is. Fire group. Fire group.
Next fire group.
Target power plant.
Locking on. Fire when ready.
Fire group.
Next fire group.
Fire group.
Next fire group.
Target power plant.
Locking
Okay,
on.
I
Fire
guess
when ready.
The other thing I've got here is fire group.
Next fire group.
Is I'm in a high intensity, and as far as I can tell, the only difference between a normal res site and a high intensity is they tend to spawn slightly faster. That's pretty much it. It doesn't really change the type of enemies or anything like that. Really, as far as I can tell from what I've experienced, that the only thing that, and it's not huge, it's only slight, it's just the spawn rate. Fire group,
Next fire group.
retreat. So my big thing is just, just try and track down your targets, take them out as fast as possible, and move on to the next target. Target power plant,
Locking on. Fire
Fire
when
group.
ready.
offense.
Next fire group.
Target shields online. Target shields offline.
Thought there was another one over here. Let's have a look. Fire group. So,
Target shields
as far as tracking targets down, so you've got anomalous readings on the edge of your radar, like that flashing guy there. Fire group. Fire group.
Next fire group.
Retreat. You've got looking for jet trails and fireworks, and you've got following cops. And in this situation, if I'm doing bounty hunting in a res site, then I'll generally put in an A-class scanner. I find I pick up readings on the edge of my scan much quicker. Target power plant,
Locking on. Fire when ready.
fire group,
Next
Offense.
fire group.
and that means that I can track down and take out more targets in less time. Okay, it may only be a slight difference, but over an hour, it certainly adds up. And the last thing is move, basically. The amount of times you've sort of gone, oh, there's nothing here, and you start to leave, and then something pops up. Yeah, pretty much as soon as you kill something, turn in a direction and boost. Fire group. Fire group.
Next fire group.
Okay, travel or distance travelled seems to trigger a spawn. I don't know why. And that could be completely coincidental. Who knows? I just seem to tend to find that as soon as I start moving away from where I was, things start to pop in. Target power plant.
Locking on. Fire when ready.
Okay. Fire group.
Next fire
So
group.
vultures are particularly annoying. They take ages to take their shields down. They take ages to take their hulls down. But they are still classed as medium to small, so I'm just going to multi-cannon the hell out of it and try and get rid of it. Vultures also have this annoying tendency to just hover around you and just shoot at like a couple hundred meters. Fire group.
Next
And
fire
if
group.
they get a circle on you, then you can spend ages just flying around in circles trying to get a lock on them, and they don't do anything. So I generally just want to take them down quick. The other thing is I don't generally use my multi-cannons unless I thought so. We'll see who's over at the fireworks first. Unless I absolutely have to. It's got limited ammo, obviously, so I tend to hold them off for smaller targets just to get rid of them really quick. And targets where I really need to, be fast in my
target shields
dispensing. So if I've got a group of, or like a clipper and
Target shields
python,
online.
or something like that, or a couple of vultures in a wing, I really need to take them down fast. So then I'll use my multis. Otherwise, I don't really use them. Fire group.
Next fire group.
Okay, that was that one. Let's go back for the other one.
Target shields
Fire group.
online.
If I can remember where it was. I thought it was over with the cops, but the cops have moved. Fire group.
Next fire group.
Okay, there's a jet trail over there, and the fireworks following. So, yeah. Retreat. I also don't tend to use my shield cells much. I've got plenty of them. It's not like I'm going to run out or anything, but I just don't need to. Most of the time, in between fights and whatever else, I'll regen my shields more than enough. So overall, it's a fairly fee-free experience. Target power plant.
Locking on. Fire when ready.
Offense. And we'll get behind him. Fire group.
Next fire group.
There's another guy over there.
Destroyed.
Fire group.
Next fire group.
Target power plant.
Locking on. Fire when ready.
Fire group.
Next fire group.
Clippers take a little longer than dropships. Dropships go down really fast with the power plant
Target shield.
at close range. At long range, dropships can be quite nasty, but close range, you can burn them down really fast. Clippers, the power plant tends to be a little bit harder to hit. You've got to stay right on their nose.
Target shields online. Target shields offline. Target shields online.
Who are they shooting at? This guy. The other thing too is if there is a wanted person around, even if it's a dodgy one, just get rid of it. It's just going to hold up other spawns. So
Target shields offline.
I don't bother scanning small targets.
Target shields
It's just a waste of time. Vultures are probably the only ones. Vultures and Vipers are usually worth scanning. Fire group,
Next fire group.
so I'll scan those. It's kind of annoying when you get Vultures. They can have really high bounties, but they're just a pain in the butt to kill. So it's much nicer when they're not around. Target power plant,
Locking on. Fire when ready.
offense, fire group,
Next fire group.
Target shields offline.
fire group,
Next
Target
fire group.
destroyed.
There we go, dropship. So that Type 9 must have accidentally shot someone he shouldn't have, so they're all busy playing with him. So the good thing about having anacondas and cops around is this. Pirates seem to see the anaconda as a big juicy target as opposed to a copper, which is really funny. So that tends to draw them like flies, which is really good. Target power plant,
Locking on. Fire when ready.
fire group,
Next fire group.
Target shields offline.
oh, you got past me, damn it. Be careful overshooting like that, I might hit something I'm not supposed to.
Under attack.
Surprising how long it takes them to get their guns out.
Target shields
Fire group,
online.
Next fire group.
So it's been a bit slow so far coming in, but it's been steady, so that's good. We'll find that over time it'll probably pick up a little bit. Target power plant.
Locking on. Fire when ready.
Fire group.
Next fire group.
It's probably a little far away to start shooting, but it's alright. Give it a break for a sec.
Target shields offline.
Fire group.
Next fire group.
Target shields online.
Retreat. Make sure I top up my systems capacitors. And that should be a clipper there. Target power plant.
Locking on. Fire when ready.
Offense. Okay, just gotta get closer. He's only a master, so might not have a great bounty. Fire group.
Next fire group.
Target shields offline. Target shields online.
Head to the fireworks. See if there's anything still alive. Fire group.
Shields offline.
Next fire group.
Target power plant.
Locking on. Fire when ready.
Fire group.
Next fire group.
Fire group.
Target destroyed.
Next fire group.
And now we see that anomalous reading right up on the edge of the radar there. Paid off. So the scanners are doing the job. Target power plant.
Locking on. Fire when ready.
Fire group.
Next fire group.
Target shields offline.
So in order to stay down below him there, I just used a little bit of down thrust. So I was thrusting up in the turn, and then as he started to go past me, I used a tiny bit of down thrust just to push me away from him slightly, and then continue with my up thrust. So that way, just sort of kept him in target. Lost me a little distance, but kept him in target. Fire group. Fire group.
Next fire group.
Thank you, Leo. Okay, so and there's some fireworks. I just happen to be going towards them. Retreat. Retreat. Let's see if there's any survivors. Oh, looks like we've got a few newcomers up the top here too. Cobra and a Python. Target power plant.
Locking on. Fire when ready.
Offense. Fire group.
Next fire group.
Chaffing, eh?
Attack.
Deploy chaff.
Deploying countermeasure.
I can do that too. Target power plant.
Locking on. Fire when ready.
Target shields offline.
Not too concerned about the Cobra. He'll get my shields down a bit, but oh, someone else is having. Oh, the cops turned up. There you go. Better get a lick in so I get some money.
Target shields online.
Fire group.
Next fire group.
Defense. Just top up that systems. Offense. Target power plant.
Locking on. Fire when
Fire group.
ready. Next fire group.
Oh, I should have been putting brakes in my shoot,
Target shields
in my firing, because now I'm low on capacitor levels. And I'll let him get a turn on me. He should be dead by now. There we go. So the main thing I've got to watch out for here is not asteroids, anacondas,
Target
coppers.
destroyed.
They don't care where you are, they'll just go wherever they want to go, and if you're in the way, bugger. They don't care. Defense. Fire group.
Next fire group.
So yeah, you just got to keep an eye on the anacondas. They tend to be a little bullheaded when it comes to where they're going. They just put their eye on the prize, and everybody better get out of the way. So yeah, a lot of times most of your damage will come from coppers. Oh, there we go, there's a reading. Let's go check it out. Should be down here somewhere. He's got his guns out already, that's unusual. It's because he's clean. I hate clean pythons. Not because they mean anything in particular, it's just because I accidentally go and try and attack them. Offense. Target power plant.
Locking on. Fire when ready.
Get into the sweet zone. Fire group. Fire group. Leo.
Yes, Commander.
Fire group.
Next fire group.
Target shields offline.
Fire group.
Next fire group.
Retreat.
Target destroyed.
Target power plant.
Locking on. Fire when ready.
Target shields offline.
Offense. Fire group.
Next fire group.
Oh, I wasn't even looking at his hull then. Lucky I got in time, maybe. Or did I? I did. Fire group.
Destroyed.
Next fire group.
There's something over there. Alright, so how are we going on transactions? We got 2.5 in prison, 2 in Empire. So at the moment we're at 4.5. Okay, so it's been almost half an hour, I guess. So yeah, not bad. Could be a little better, but it's not bad. Target power plant. Target power plant.
Locking on. Fire when ready.
Offense. Fire group.
Next fire group.
Target shields offline. Target shields online.
Fire group.
Next fire group.
Target power plant.
Locking on. Fire when ready.
Fire group.
Next fire group.
Target power plant.
Locking on. Fire when
Target
ready.
power plant.
Target shields offline.
Locking on. Fire when ready.
Under attack. Target shields online.
Okay, so it's been probably close to half an hour, so I'm going to call it there. It's pretty good for a test. So I'm going to head back to the station and we'll see what we've got. Retreat. Engage FSD. Okay, so in a recap, high intensity zone, spawning in and out. Generally I find it sometimes works better if I just zone out and zone back in rather than logging out and logging in. Again, I don't know if that's correct or not, I just tend to do it that way. I gauge my instance off the first wanted thing I see. So the first wanted thing I encounter is basically what I use as a guide for what sort of instance I'm going to get. So if it's a Python, a dropship, or a Clipper, then generally I'm usually good. Though sometimes you'll get spawns where they're really slow and there's big gaps between them, and it doesn't matter what you do, it doesn't speed up. If that happens, keep looking for a new one because it's just as bad as nothing. Every so often I get one where I'll start with a Python or a Clipper and then I'll get a couple, like a wing of Eagles or a wing of Sidewinders, and I'll get this mixture of one big one or a wing of little ones. That's pretty useless too. So generally, yeah, as soon as I see a little one coming in by himself or a wing of little ones by themselves, I zone out. That's just a dud instance. So aside from those things, using an A-class scanner so I can see things popping up on the radar at higher distances, Being really efficient with the way that I kill things, making sure I get really close, maximize my weapon efficiency, don't spend too much time on any target, don't chase anything that's leaving. Yeah, pretty much. Make sure you burn down the little ones really fast so that you don't have to chase them around. And that's pretty much it. It's just find your targets fast, kill your targets fast, make sure you've got good targets. You know, look for your weapons away, signals above or below the rock plane, or sorry, the ring plane, or the disc coming in. Look for jet trails coming in, look for fireworks, and look for police movements to try and track down those targets as quickly as possible. That's pretty much all there is to it. You know, it's not really a magical thing or anything, it's just kill many, kill quick, and generally Bob's your uncle. And don't bother scanning things that aren't worth scanning. You know, as I said before, the only thing I'll bother to scan that's not a Python, a Clipper or a dropship is a Vulture, or if it's a Viper by itself, I'll probably not bother. But if I get a wing, then it's worthwhile just scanning the two, because I'm going to have to kill them anyway. And yeah, I'm already in scanning when I'm scanning the dropship or the Clipper or whatever the Vipers are with. So yeah, I'll just scan those as well. They can have up to 80,000 sort of bounty on them. They don't generally go. I very rarely see them go over 70 or 80,000. But you know, if you get two of them at 60,000, that's 120. So it's worth it. But every other lower ship, they're going to be around 20, 30, something like that. And the scanning, it's not going to make much difference. It might add a couple of K. It's not worth the time. Just kill them. Yeah. All right. Well, we're nearly at the dock, and I'm going way too fast. So I'm going to do my slow down nod. So it's just dipping down and changing direction a bit, just to give you enough time to decelerate a little bit more, instead of doing the loop. Disengage. Okay, and we'll see pretty much, you know, how much we got in half an hour. Probably a little over half an hour now, because we've spent the time to travel back to the station. But yeah. Oops, wrong side. Here, so I'm not going to let the computer do it. Usually I have a docking computer on. You know, I don't really care if I lose my insurance, but yeah, it's nice at the end just to get in and turn the docking computer on, listen to the Blue Danube, and go get a cuppa or have a quick break. Yeah, I know the computer can fail sometimes, but yeah, my experience is usually pretty good. Usually. Deploy landing gear. Where is number 3? Oh, there it is. I thought it was 2. I'll let the docking computer finish this off, since it's really good at this bit. I don't have to think then. Unfortunately, it takes ages for the Blue Danube to start, which is really annoying. I wish that just started straight away. It'd be nice if you had a volume control for it too, because I like listening to it. Alright, let's have a gander. Okay, so contacts. Okay, so we made nearly 12 million in half an hour. That's not bad. You know, I'd hope more towards the 15, but like I said, usually it'll pick up a bit. It was just sort of starting to pick up when we left. It's just an hour. I did an hour video earlier, and you know, it was like 28 million or something, or 25 million. But it takes too long to upload and just to publish, so a half an hour is probably better. So, you know, generally you'll find that that rate will go up a little bit after that first half an hour as it starts, all the cops are in there. There's lots of things for the pirates to come and check out. So you'll get the pirates not being so spread out. They're sort of coming in towards the cops to check out the anacondas, and you get a much more consistent, steady flow of income popping into the system to say hello. I would expect that number to go up, not down, in a good instance. Alright, so there's our basic guide, and I'll see you later. I hope that gave you some ideas as to some things you could do, or what you anyway, whatever. That's the way I do it, and hopefully that helps. Alright, I'll see you later. Bye.